Namaste, angels. I'm here to do a client reading for a young lady who contacted me on email, beginning with my Tony Carmine Salerno Universal Love Oracle and the energy of the mystic. An opening to listening. This is paying attention, similar to this one. Is paying close attention to the universe and may be also indicative of an Aquarius being involved in this situation with these stars coming through on both cards. Mystic and the Guardian, reminding us that, you know, we all have a guardian angel. Mystic and Trilogy of Light, which is one of my favorite cards because it sort of like tells the story of the journey. You know, there's like us and a partner trying to achieve, you know, this ultimate light. Like, let's get as close to Christ consciousness as we can. And to form not only a trilogy, maybe, but a trinity with the universe. Mystic back. I've got one more, and it's love. How beautiful is that? I love seeing, you know, before I even do anything, seeing the cards that reflect us being surrounded by love when I'm doing these, you know, love-related readings. And it's emergence. This card all about rising up like the phoenix that we tend to be, you know, having left the darkness below. You see there's only like yellow and orange light here, nothing else to be seen. You know, the roses and the purples, all very indicative of divinity and healing and love. So anything that's dark, it must be is presumably beneath us, and we've risen above that. And now again, trying to move toward this Christ light, this white light here. Oop. Something wanted to pop out. Reflection and enchantment. Reflection for me tends to be about the need to do just that, not just like on our past though. Like people think about reflection and think I got to look back on the past. Yes, you do, because it can help you move, you know, through your future. But I think we should also look toward the future too, and have dreams and goals and things we want to do, and then also like assess our present and consider that and how we can move forward in the future as well. Overall energy is birth. This card, a sign of, you know, new to come, new things being born in your life. And there's more like trinity or trilogy, as they call it in this oracle here. It's very like Pentecostal dove for me. That yes, it's like a brand new, like divine start, a blessed start. Just want to see if we'll be shown what type of relationship this might be right off the bat, since you seem to have some questions. I don't know if you heard that. There's something's moving around in here. Heaven on earth. This is a card about needing to let go of things from the past. Maybe that's why that reflection card jumped out. You got to look back on this past, reflect on it, and you know, or you will at least if you don't already, what things from there you need to let go. And they usually are involving resentment and trauma and regret, all that sort of thing, anything like negative emotions we need to release in order so that we can move forward. That's what heaven on earth is about. It's not really about what it looks like it might be. It's about leaving the past in the past so that we can move into the new. And goddess, which is really special because today's the 24th. So we're right in that new moon energy, the Cancer new moon, and the goddess of the moon shows up or a goddess that's being healed by the moon shows up here for you in your reading. This is about feminine energy of surrender. That's what the moon is, totally feminine energy. And when we are before that energy, it is a reminder to us to let go, that, you know, like there's something much larger than us in charge, and to just let go. This woman has stripped herself completely down in order to do that. She's nude before the universe. Also, divine guidance and more moon. Moon, infinite support from the universe coming to you now. The mystic is back to remind you to pay close attention to your intuition. Maybe you've been ignoring it. And enchantment, the other card that had jumped out, is back as well. So you've got nothing necessarily indicative of a relationship here. That doesn't mean anything. I'm going to go on with the reading for you and your potential divine masculine. But what you do have here, I think, is something more personal to you about your life and the need, you know, like where you are now, and the need to get into a position of surrender like this feminine here, to allow yourself to be healed like this feminine here. And in some cases, you're receiving those messages already and you're not paying attention to them. You know already in some cases of what you need to let go, and you haven't done it yet. Maybe because you're afraid, you're feeling alone. No need to feel alone. You have the support of the universe. Okay? With that, I'm going to move on to another card that's indicative of maybe those kind of feelings, those kind of sentiments of fear and distrust. I'm starting with the Seven of Air. Plans and revision. More going on than meets the eye and poor timing. This card for me represents the stealing of one's joy. It's an energy of joy stealing and joy stealers. It's about distrust. It's about trust issues and just feeling very like under attack. Sometimes like a you against the world kind of feeling. But here's another sign of new things to come, new, better things to come for you. The Ace of Fire, an exciting new opportunity, career advancement, and maybe even an opportunity to change your life now. Ace of Fire, all about passionate new beginnings, or new beginnings in with things or in areas about which you're passionate. Also creativity, extremely heightened with the Ace of Fire. And this can be about love too, very much so. With being like the Ace of passion, could easily be about attached to a relationship too. And there's more moon here. I don't know if you can see this. So the moon, very relevant for you. Opening to the Page of Earth. Scholarly, dependable, patient, and successful is the Page of Earth. Good news about financial matters. Wanting to do something more challenging in a new area of study. There can be a new job or promotion or something in your future very easily with the Page of Earth showing up on the heels of the Ace of Fire. The Ace of Fire, by the way, potentially in Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius that's involved, and the Page of Earth, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn that's involved or impactful upon the union. Ace of Fire back. I'm going to cut. The Three of Air. Great sadness. This looks like something we wanted to show us too, as well as this world sticking up here. Page of Water. Intuitive, sensitive, artistic, and friendly. A new person enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase. And also there's heightened psychic abilities. The Page of Water is a Cancer, maybe like the moon, Pisces, or Scorpio. And then the world is sticking up here too. And the world for me is all about first of all, it's a 3, like this 3 of air. So maybe what brought you pain. but it's all about, like, it's a very karmic energy, and by that I mean it's like the universe stepping in to ease you out of one situation and into another. Now, for many people, this card represents like the world is at your feet, the world is your oyster, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I've seen it that way a few times, but for me, most often, more often than not, the world shows up to say that somebody's being eased out of one, like, maybe arduous, difficult, long, painful, in some cases, situation or circumstance, and into a much better one. A job well done, joy, contentment, gratitude, and the path toward enlightenment. May involve three people too, as I was saying, or some sort of party of three situation. Not necessarily romantic, but that's possible as well. Great sadness comes with the Three of Air. Time to heal. There's a need to forgive yourself and others. So I talked about the negative emotions and the need to let go of that. With the heaven on earth, that can be attached to this Three of Air. Overall energy is the Two of Earth. Too much going on at once. A need to make a decision. Consider a more playful approach. This can be about the difficulty in balancing career and home life. This can be juggling two relationships. Maybe that's where the party of three came from. And again, maybe they're not romantic, but like juggling, three or two situations rather. Also, about like your own, like one's own inner like balance, being imbalanced. The Two of Earth can come through as an indication of a need for you to get it back into balance. And that coming through right now for you too. Okay. Masculine is the Five of Earth. Fears surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others, and uncertain self-employment. This card also comes through for me, fears not only surrounding money, but relationships and like fears of abandonment. Surrounded by the Eight of Fire, events moving at a fast pace. Delays are over and many things are happening at once. This card can also be indicative of communication. The masculine subconscious is the Page of Fire. Outgoing, creative, confident, and mischievous is the Page of Fire. He is also like that ace that came through, a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, or someone taking on those traits or behaviors. Sun, Moon, and Rising. News of an exciting new endeavor. Use your originality and ingenuity. You, Justice, with Archangel Raguel. Fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. And this is, the 8 is standing out because you just had that divine guidance card in the other spread with the infinite, the 8 symbol. And also the 8 and 11 to me represent, on a personal level for me, Saint Germain and his divine feminine Lady Portia. The two of them, their purpose and mission, certainly, justice and providing strength. Seventh ray support, basically, for us. Fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right and stand up for your beliefs. I'm feeling that you were in a relationship, though, like maybe this is representative of a divorce you went through, or some breakup you went through, separation, and it may be attached to the world, the energy of the world that stood up, and the 3 of air as well, that pain. That's what's coming from that. You are surrounded by the Ace of Water, falling in love with a resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth, and enhanced intuition, maybe even a new home. This on the heels, so to speak, not quite, but somewhat, of the Page of Water. Page of Water came through first. That's like an offering of love. Maybe this person is youthful or younger than you. They may be younger than you. Or just like, a youthful person. Maybe a Pisces, specifically. Or this could be you. Or someone taking on these kind of traits that's impactful upon the union. Falling in love, or the resurgence of a relationship. Spiritual growth and enhanced intuition. Maybe even a new home. And in your subconscious, the Queen of Earth, who's thoughtful, creative, warm, and sensible. Make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach and deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. The Queen of Earth is thoughtful, creative, warm, and sensible. She's also a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or someone taking on those traits or behaviors. And this can be Venus, basically, just pulling up on your reading, because Venus rules the signs of Libra, which the Justice card represents, or other air sign, Gemini. She also rules Gemini, and Aquarius. And she also rules Taurus. So with you being crowned and rooted by Justice, or the energy of Libra, and the Queen of Earth, potentially a Taurus, this could certainly be Venus stepping in to give you a new start in love. She is the queen of all love and money. So this can be her giving you this new beginning, or this resurgence in the areas of romantic relationship, love and emotion. Crowning. You got a decision to make, though. Maybe whether or not to cut cords ultimately with whomever this represents, or whatever this represents, and your divine masculine. You may be standing in your own way with a cord that remains attached. Being unable or unwilling to make a decision. A stalemate, pretending there's no problem. At the root, the Six of Earth, gifts of money, time, or effort, new career opportunities, and receiving a loan or paying off debts. Well, this should be good news to the masculine from a romantic perspective, or a relationship perspective in general. For me, this card, again, first of all, represents the signs of Libra, with the scales here, this card in particular. Libra and Taurus for me, or Venus. This card represents Venus. Also, the 6 is attached to the Queen of Swords, who is also Venus. In another vibration. 6 in Gemini, and love. 6 equals love. 6 also equals sometimes like over concern with money and material things too. So this is about learning to balance all that, to get back to your overall energy of the Two of Earth. And when I pick this up, guess what's behind it? It's not upright in the same direction as this one, but let me tell you. It's the Lovers, which represents the sign of Gemini again, or other air sign, Libra, Aquarius. Intimate relationships. Carefully weigh your decisions. Okay, also good health comes with this card. But this getting back to the need to come into balance, and also even exchanges, but we're not measuring them, so maybe I shouldn't use the word even. This card represents for me pure, unadulterated, unconditional love. It is freely giving of one, just because one wants to give and isn't necessarily looking for anything back. And when that comes to romantic love, when you have romantic love like that from someone or towards someone who just wants to give to you out of pure desire to give without seeking anything in return, that's the real deal. So this is one of my favorite cards in the deck, actually. At the heart of the matter, the Wheel, a time of positive change. The situation suddenly moves forward and fortune is on your side. And I'm feeling for you it's a little ways off. But I'm feeling for you. And this is not to say nothing's going to happen for you right now. Something can happen for you right now. But also I'm feeling for you some really good things in October. With this heart of the matter, this wheel with the number 10. And in October, what's going to happen is Jupiter, which this card represents to me, the planet Jupiter, not unlike this one represents Venus, and this represents Jupiter. Jupiter rules the sign of Sagittarius. So here we have it crossing the page of fire. But it's also connected to, and this card and Jupiter, at least for me, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius is the air, and Leo, so the fire again. In October, Jupiter will be in Scorpio and blessing many of us with new beginnings for sure. So I think that might be an important time for you. But to get back to the now, I want to pull the next card here to see if we can get any more clarity on the Two of Air. Since it applies to both of you, it's the Page of Air. Someone's been like knowing that they need to make a decision and do one thing or the other once and for all for a while. And then maybe both of you, one or both, but have delayed in doing it. The Page of Air is logical, honest, impulsive, and curious, and also, like the Justice card, a Libra, perhaps, or Gemini, or Aquarius. Challenging information, delays or changes to plans, and truth delivered without tact. So this is just coming right out and saying what you have to say. Excuse me. Saying what you have to say, dropping truth bombs, but the Page of Air also comes to notify us of delay. I'll try again. The Ten of Water. So a decision involving family. Like I said, maybe this is a cord that's attached to an ex, perhaps the father of your children. I don't even know if you have children, but it can certainly be that for you. Also crossing the Ace of Water. That could be another meaning of the Ace of Water. Children, child, family. Ten of Water here. Also, to the more positive, it's another 10. It's another 10 that can represent the sign of Scorpio. And it's sitting here atop the wheel. It can be part of this Jupiter in Scorpio period for you that I think is going to be beneficial to you as well. I'm going to pull the next one for the Five of Earth. And it's the King of Earth. King of Earth is generous, professional, responsible, and practical. A successful time. Confidently accept opportunities you're offered. You have the Midas touch. So whereas the masculine here, afraid maybe, having fears surrounding money and his future as it relates to money, need not do that. With this Five of Earth now being clarified by the King of Earth, crossing no less the wheel of fortune, things are certainly looking up for him, and he may even be offered jobs and things like promotions, that he didn't even apply for. Also a good time to apply for credit and things like that. If he wants to go into his own business or he owns his own business and he needs some sort of credit or something for a project or a goal he's trying to reach, it's a good time for that, especially with you guys being rooted again by the Six of Earth. This is gifts of time, effort, or money. This can be the banker, right? The King of Earth in his life can be the banker, a loan officer or something like that, a creditor. So no need to worry about money, and maybe the masculine in particular working extra hard too. Maybe trying to juggle two things. Maybe trying to start his own business and work for somebody else. Coming through now with this Two of Earth. Again, that was another 6 there with the Lovers. I'm going to go on to the romance cards. Beginning with, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. And opening 2, worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Worth waiting for. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Well, only red flags, at least in this spread. We haven't seen any negative ones. We got the Page of Fire here and the Eight of Fire. So all of a sudden, and maybe whereas masculine in particular had been in a slump, all of a sudden things picking up with this energy of the world, with the wheel rather, which can also be a red flag. The wheel can represent the sign of Leo, the fire sign. Picking up, and all of a sudden that money coming through, opportunities coming through with the Page of Fire that lead to abundance. And then there can be also abundance of love and emotion for the two of you to be shared. And Pentacles or earth cards, when they come through, also can be indicative as it relates to relationships of longevity, like the relationship will last. Pay attention to the red flags. I'll go one more. It's make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Pay attention to the red flags. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. And release your ex is the overall energy. The time has come to clear your energy. So I don't necessarily see that for the masculine, although it doesn't mean that he doesn't have a decision to make too, or a cord to cut too. But I see it sitting here for you. And I felt it before and expressed this to you, that I feel even if you're not currently in a relationship, that there's somebody with whom you still have cords. That coming through now as your overall energy from the romance angels. And that may be why your masculine was experiencing this Five of Earth energy, this fear of abandonment. Saying like, well, she's still tied to, so-and-so. Here, boom. I was talking about longevity and positivity in the area of relationships, where it relates to the King of Earth or Pentacles cards, coins cards, court cards especially. And yes, this is your soulmate. Atop the Eight of Fire, and things all of a sudden picking up, and maybe even communication. Is romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. You can certainly explore them by communicating, becoming more communicative. Here atop the Page of Fire, so in the masculine subconscious, is separation. You bastard. Hang on. Sorry. I just saw something. Never mind. I won't go into it. I apologize for that interruption. This in the masculine subconscious, and again, the Page of Fire represents an opportunity coming his way that he can take. He's thinking, however, about separation. I think this is just born of fear. Again, that fear of abandonment there. But this is not. He doesn't have to manifest this. Okay, he can instead work with this energy that surrounds him and the Eight of Fire and the romantic feelings, and take the opportunity that the Page of Fire, remember the signs are cautioning you, the signs are telling you, the red flags, what to do. It's not to go into separation. It's to take advantage of the opportunity. Page of Fire brings news of an opportunity. Here atop the Justice for you very soon, if you clearly decide. So here's another indication that you need to make a decision, sitting here next to the Two of Air, which is about the need to make a decision. If you clearly decide what you want, it will come to you now. So you got to decide whether or not you want to remain tied to this energy here, or if you definitively want to move over to this energy. And they can't be dependent upon one another. You can't say, okay, like, oh, all right, now he's where I want him and behaving how I would want him to do. So now I'm going to leave this one and go straight to, and no judgment against going straight from one to the other. That's not what I mean. I'm saying for this to work, the way the universe works in relation to these relationships is you have to cut the cord because you know you need to cut the cord, because you want to cut the cord. It has to be unconditional, like your root energy here of the 6 of earth. Atop the Ace of Water. Boom. Basically, the Ace of Water represents new love. New love is atop the Ace of Water, as it should be. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. This can be your love anew. Atop the Queen of Earth, who is, she's a loving person. She's a warm person, but maybe you have been worried about moving forward in love again, perhaps because of a bad relationship. But you can open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. This sitting next to the 6 of Earth again, which is all about being able to give and receive, being able to do both and balance out the scales in that sense. Here at the root, atop that 6 of Earth, is keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. And, to be expected, atop the 2 of Air, that I clarified with the Page of Air, and this delay, taking your time in making a decision and cutting the cord, then I said might have to do with family or past relationship. Sure enough, it's unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. And at the heart of the matter, atop the wheel, children. Archangel Michael, your love life is being affected by children. And now I got to tell you, that came to mind. Not only was I saying that this may be this person to whom you're connected, or energy to which you're connected may be your child or children's other parent. But also when I was thinking that there could be a pregnancy coming too. Again, perhaps in October. Maybe that's what gives way to this 10 of water. If you're not pregnant right now, you know what I mean? Like maybe because it took me back to the birth card from the previous spread as well. And that maybe that had some literal meaning to it too. Birth card. This, very positive situation, time of change, all of a sudden, fortune being on your side, leading to emotional fulfillment and happy family. Just loving, happy family, material abundance too, coming to like everything one could want or need, coming their way and happening for them. And sitting here next to the Ace of Water, which for me can also represent family and more specifically children as well. So that's another possibility coming through from these cards. I'm going to go on though to my life purpose cards, beginning with light and love. Your purpose is to bring divine healing light and love to this world. An opening to trust. Trust your feelings and dreams to guide you and your career path. Light and love. Opening to flowers. Working with flowers opens your heart and brings blessings to others through your life purpose. There are many, many different kinds of flowers too. That can mean medicine. That can mean, for me in another reading, another personal reading I did earlier, I felt that it had something to do with tea, like herbal tea he needed to drink. It can be actual flowers, like you being some sort of botanist or gardener or, whatever, all kinds of things. Light and love is back. I'll go one more, and it's environmentalist. You're an earth angel who was born to protect, nurture, and teach about nature and the animals. Maybe that's where the flowers come in. Something having to do with you working outside in nature or with nature, for nature. Light and love. I'm going to cut. And it's practice. Polish your skills by practicing regularly. So whatever it is you're into, whether it's flowers or anything else, work on honing your craft. And your overall energy is you're on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working. The masculine is getting author. You have a book inside you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write. This can also mean many different things, all different kinds of writing that can be appropriate for him. Something lucrative, and it's attached to this page of fire opportunity maybe, and this king of earth abundance is coming in. Sitting here atop romantic feelings and that eight of fire, which I said could be about communication, but writing is certainly a means of communication, is healer. So maybe he heals through something that he writes. He could be writing music. Music is healing. He could be writing books. Books can be healing, therapeutic. He could be writing books about therapy. Those would certainly be therapeutic. All kinds of healing connected to writing and possibilities there. Here atop the page of fire and that opportunity is teaching. You inspire young people to learn. Maybe writing children's books. So I'm getting now like disabled children, autistic children. I don't know where that came from. But maybe that's specifically with whom he'd be working or whom he'd be healing through some sort of writing or books or maybe reading to children or something is coming through. I don't know. Here for you. Wow. They're going to beat this into you until you accept it, get it. Here atop the justice. And what I said appeared to me to be a toxic relationship, a past relationship or something. The angels say, let go. Walk away from this situation in order to resolve it. So that's a potential answer to the decision you've been trying to make, that you've been hesitant to make, that I think you already knew what you needed to do. But again, that page of air energy lingering around, maybe because you're an air sign, that's possible, causing you to delay. Here atop the new love and the ace of water, so this divine new beginning. Artist. Engaging in artistic activities is beneficial to you and your career and every other area of your life. And here atop the Queen of Earth, who is warm and sensible, known for being warm and sensible, is sensitivity. You're becoming more sensitive and you need to make changes accordingly. That could include this, letting go of this toxic situation. Here, crowning and sitting next to the that I was feeling teacher and healer for the masculine. This may be for him. I mean, it can be for you too, but spiritual teacher. And it can have something to do with me too in the reading as well. Or other readings and other different methodologies, that you or he may undertake. You heal with your classes, sessions, and seminars. But again, you can be on the receiving end as well. Atop keep an open mind is trust. Keep an open mind in the Six of Earth. Trust your feelings and dreams to guide your career path. And lastly, at the heart of the matter, here atop children and the wheel, or the wheel of fortune, is crystals. Your connection to crystals and gemstones is a channel for healing energy. And this sitting here next to healer for the masculine, crossing author. So maybe the books have something to do with that. And also crossing teaching, which is where I was feeling the maybe teaching or reading to children. It's sitting here atop children as well, at the heart of the matter. There could be an opportunity for maybe, the two of you together at some point maybe, but at least for the masculine to do some sort of healing work involving children. The masculine's advice from the angels is the 9 of earth. Enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, and successful self-employment. I keep getting this self-employment. I started with the 5 of earth for him, and maybe fears surrounding money and possibly self-employment. And now the 9 of earth, that he will be successful in whatever this endeavor is, whether it's being an author or a healer or a teacher or working with crystals or a combination of some or all of those. For you, from the angels, life experience, or the tower. A significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change. It's time to spread your wings. And I think it has to do with this situation here, of which you need to let go. Maybe you finally have the revelation. Yes, I get it now. I understand. I have to make this decision ultimately, finally. And then you do it and you take action and you spread your wings. You fly. You soar at that point. For the masculine, the romance angels tell him to love himself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So he maybe have been putting other people before himself in his life, in his love, and in his love life. And he needs to cease to do that so that he can flourish. For you, worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life, even if you have to wait till October. For everything to really come together. I just had a thought that if there was a divorce, maybe you're waiting for it to be finalized also. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter because what the crucial thing here is that there are cords attaching you. And that's resulting in fear for the masculine, as we saw right from the beginning, which I said this 5 of earth represented for me fear of abandonment. He's getting fear here as part of his advice to let him know that, he's harboring this. Let you know, at least. So he's got some things of which to let go as well. And the crystals can help him with that. Crystals can help you also, maybe selenite. Get a selenite wand that can help you with cutting cords. Message from afar. This, I did get initially contact, especially with this 8 of wands sitting here at the table, and all those cards reflecting the sign of Aquarius. I've been seeing contact, electronic contact from somebody like on this physical plane, long distance. But I'm also getting messages from the universe. Again, they've been trying to navigate you. And maybe you've been hesitant, page of air. There's been delay in you responding to the messages and taking action. So they're here to let you know, yes, when you get these, these feelings, they are real messages and they want you to take heed. From the life purpose oracle to the masculine, lastly, builder. Your innate ability to build and create brings you a deep sense of accomplishment. And this card for me, at least right now, is coming through not necessarily as a physical builder, as in he's, going to be a contractor or something like that, but more so like similar to like build, destroy. If you're not for us, you're against us. If if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Like he's part of the solution. He's building, right? Helping things to grow. And for you, options. That's why you got a decision to make. There are choices for you. Consider the career possibilities that are open for you. And not just the career possibilities, the possibilities, period, in your life. And look again. More Venus, more scales of balance, guiding you to weigh your decisions carefully and then make one once and for all, in the different areas that you need to. As far as my little outburst before, that was because there's nothing can get in here. Nothing negative, rather, can get in here, into my home, my surroundings, especially not my bedroom. It's practically like consecrated ground with all of the, first of all, Archangel Michael is here with me all the time. Archangel Raphael is here with me all the time. Archangel Chamuel is here with me all the time. That's first of all. But also I'm surrounded by crystals, not just the ones that are here, but they're all over my room. Huge crystals of all different types, my candles and things like that. But what the dark does try to do is annoy me, by sending me negative energy. And because they can't get to me, what will happen is, for example, I've talked about my videos before, like the tags on my videos will disappear. I'll feel it. I'll go and I'll check. Sure enough, they'll be missing. I'll have to reinsert them, so that my videos will show up in people's YouTube feeds. Sometimes on a more rare occasion, but it does happen. Some of my bracelets will pop because that's why they're here. Basically, these are protection. My crystals, healing methodology, modality for me, they protect me. So a person or energy can't get to me, but if an attack is received, it's received by my jewelry sometimes, my bracelets in particular, the crystal ones. So they'll pop, like that sort of thing. So what had happened just now was another thing that they do when my camera went black. Like it just went black now it's happened before. So I know that on your end, the receiving end, it will not have shown up black, but on my end, I couldn't see anything. So that was what that bastard, so whatever I said, son of a bitch, that's what that was about. I was receiving in that moment one of these attacks, or thwarted attempt. So there's nothing, it was an attempt to attack, and again, the attack wasn't received. So anyway, I just didn't want you to be like, what happened to her? That's what was going on with me. I hope that you find your reading helpful and that you enjoy it. Namaste, Angel.